Hello my dear friend! Welcome back to my channel. This is Junie. As promised, this is my first Q&A video and also 20k giveaway. So first of all, I want to say a huge thank you to every single one of you who subscribe my channel, and you are the best. I started this channel about 1.5 years ago and I can never imagine how far I can go. And actually at the point I filmed this video, it's already 25k. So I really have no idea what to say except thank you, and I love you guys so much. So today I have 3 sets of gifts I want to give back to you guys. There will be notebooks, watercolor sets, washi tips, pencil case, and more. So stay with me until the end of this video and you'll find more detail about it and how to win it. But before that, let's jump right into our today's Q&A. So I did a summary of all those questions you guys asked me, and in order to make it more logically make sense, I list them in the order from more personal information and introducing myself to more bullet journal and YouTube related questions. Let's get started. The first question is really cute. You have an accent, but you live in the United States, so what's the story behind that? I'm from China, and obviously I still have this Asian accent, which I couldn't really notice, but my friends, my husband can tell me there's something wrong with my pronunciation sometimes. And if you go back to my older videos, you probably found me with even stronger accent. Anyway, I came to the US for school, and that's also where I met my husband. He's Korean American. So yeah, family is the reason why I decided to stay here. But my parents are still in China, so I talk to them every week, and we also try to visit China and Korea as often as possible. But I haven't seen them since 2 years ago after my wedding, so hopefully when the COVID thing is over, we can go back and visit friends and family. What school did you go and did you major in art? I went to architecture school back in China for my bachelor degree. Then I came to the US, went to University of Michigan, Ann Arbor to get my master's degree in urban design. So technically my major was always between design, engineer, and research. So it's a really combined major where I can explore the city and also do a lot of design things. But the overall is still pretty far from the art major in general. I was doing a lot of architecture design, urban design, and working on the streets, on the network, if you know what I'm saying. And the next question is kind of related to this. What did you see yourself doing before graduating universities? Honestly, for my whole life, I was taught to go to good middle school, good high school, good college, and then find a good job. So before graduating, I wasn't really lost because I saw my goal was to find a good job and have a happy life. But after graduating and working for a little bit, I think there could be many possibilities of life. And I did enjoy the designing part of my job back then, but I do want to explore things that I can create, I can control. So yeah, that's how I started this channel and present myself and my work in front of you guys. How long have you been drawing and what drove you to pursue art? So I found out that I love drawing when I was in elementary school, I think. I wouldn't say I'm really gifted, but I knew I could draw better than some other kids. So I was really into it. I asked my parents to send me to an art course where you can sit and learn sketching, which is kind of hard for elementary kids. So that's where I got the basic education on sketching. Unfortunately, I have to kind of abandon it after I get to middle school, when your goal becomes go to the best high school, go to the best university, you know, Asian parents' expectation. So besides that part of a little bit professional education, I've been just drawing by myself. I remember I drew a lot of girls' faces on my Chinese book, on my English book. Whenever there's some empty space on the edge of the textbook, I would just draw something on it. And I also actually watched a lot of animation back then, so I have a lot of reference to learn from. But that's basically how I learned drawing at the beginning. And of course, during college, there was 1 year of watercolor training class, but it's still pretty basic and simple stuff for students to learn so they can draw architecture better. I think after I quit my last job, I have more free time, so that's when I started to pick it up and practice watercolor a lot, mainly on portrait and also sketch, of course. And if you watch my video from the beginning since last year, you probably saw me going through all different kinds of art media, because for me, everything is kind of new. So I tried color pencil, gouache, and I'll probably also try some acrylic in the future. So yeah. As for what drove me to pursue art, I think it's just my heart telling me to do so. Before I post any of my drawing on social media or in public, I didn't get that much positive feedback from people, but I still enjoy doing it because that's just something that made me happy, and I think that's where you find your true love or your true interests. And instead of to have the perfect drawing at the end, I enjoy the drawing process more. The feeling of you getting closer and closer to the final look you want is what really excites me. And I think just like anything else, if you practice on it and you see the progress, and then you'll like it more. Is being a content creator your full job? Do you love it? And what's your favorite task at work? So short answer, yes, but no. I am a full-time YouTuber right now, but I'm also a full-time housewife, and in the future I want to be a full-time mom. So financially, as a small YouTuber, it's really hard to make a living. So I'm really grateful that my husband has been supporting me financially and mentally. After working at an architecture company for 1.5 years, I decided to quit and explore other possibilities of my life, which wasn't easy back then. I started with just drawing some random things I like until I found out about bullet journal and also make more video on it. So I would consider myself as a full-time YouTuber only after last year's May, I think, when I started to upload video every week. And as some of you may know, I also opened my sticker shop recently, so I'm also a small business owner. And I love all of them. So sharing my work to the rest of the world was something I could never imagine, and I honestly didn't expect me to love this that much because I was a kind of shy person and I like keep my art stuff with myself because it made myself happy, and I think that's enough at that point. But after I started sharing things online with you guys and on Instagram, on YouTube, and on other social media platforms, I started to receive a lot of positive comments, and the best part is to hear that you think my content are helpful or inspiring. Personally, I don't think I'm a good teacher, so every time when I write the script for the video or explain things, I try so hard to make it understandable for people. And I'm so happy to see you guys to post the recreation and your work inspired by my drawings. So that's definitely the favorite part of my work. But if you talk about the favorite task of the work, then I think it's probably making bullet journal the process itself. We'll talk about filming and video editing in a second, but right now I just want to say that's definitely not my favorite part because I really enjoy being creating, and of course in order to share with you guys, filming and editing are still necessary. So yeah. How long have you been bullet journaling, and what about your BUJO helps you most in your life? So after leaving my last job, I was kind of lost because I have a lot of free time and trying to figure out what I want to do, and it was pretty hard for me, especially after following school schedule and then to find work hours for pretty much my whole life. I need a system to track down what I need to do, what I want to do, and what I'm going to do. So at that point, I accidentally saw a bullet journal video on my YouTube suggestions. I can't really remember which YouTuber that was, but that was just the perfect timing for me to find out about this whole system and also combine it with my art, then apply it on my life. And I thought that could be a good chance to share my artwork with you guys because before I released my first bullet journal video, I was uploading some random sketch and watercolor drawings and I wasn't expecting too much. But after trying bullet journal myself for a whole month, I think that's something I really want to do in my life and I want to share with people with my art in it. So I think my first bullet journal video is probably 2020 yearly setup, which was not that good, honestly. Until now, it's been 1.5 years and I had a lot of fun with my journal and it actually helped me to build my habits and organize my life and tasks better. But one thing I want to mention is that bullet journal doesn't have to be super fancy, super colorful, or super artist style, you know? It's a tool to help you to organize your task better, and you can also use it for habit building and time tracking or anything that can help your life. So whatever design I put in my journal, in my plan with me video is something I want to try out or it's good for me, and I hope you can find it helpful. But of course feel free to add more stuff in it because it's something that you should personalize it to fit you the best. And again, it's totally fine if your drawing is not perfect. Maybe you think my bullet journal looks great, but actually that's because I added the part of me filling and fixing and patching. So yeah, I hope you can have a good time in your BUJO journey. What's your inspiration and how do you come up with those themes? I think the answer is everything in life. I didn't really try so hard to come up with the theme because everything just happened. I think I did a lot of themes based on the season and the festivals, like Christmas, Mid-Autumn Festival, and even Valentine's Day. And a lot of the themes are kind of related to what's going on in my life. For example, I visited my friends in New York in February 2020. So for that month, I had a travel theme and I also drawing a lot of New York elements in it. And by the way, during that trip, I met my friend's kitty Mina, which became the inspiration of my May theme in that year. If you remember the black cat theme I did, except her cat is gray, but that one is black. Anyway, that's that one. And another example was in January this year, we just moved into this house. So I did a cozy home theme, and I also add my favorite spot in the house into the design, which is the fireplace on the cover page. And sometimes I probably just look around on Instagram and Pinterest and to see if some art style I like that I want to try. Then I'll also use that as inspiration for a month theme. Oh, I also did a Mulan movie theme because that was one of my favorite Disneys. So if you're running out of ideas for theme, maybe you can take a look at your surroundings and if there's anything fun happening. Or maybe start with your favorite food, your favorite movie, your favorite activities, things like that. Speaking of which, I'll probably do a snowboarding theme for this winter. We'll see. What made you interested in trying out the pop-up style? That's actually a really good question, and in order to answer that, I'm introducing this book. It's a pop-up book from Hermes, and a lot of you probably first found out about me through the rotating bunny pop-up. Here is my inspiration for that. This is the first Hermes product my husband bought me, and it's probably the cheapest one from Hermes anyway. I saw this one could be really cool to be applied in a journal, just a tryout. So I did it in my October 2020 bullet journal. And ever since that, I got really into pop-up stuff. Honestly, this is my first pop-up book, and I never owned one when I was little because it was pretty expensive for my family. But now I have the idea of making my own pop-up book because I want my future daughter to read my own book. That would be really cool. Anyway, that's how I came up with this pop-up BUJO idea. How long does it take you to plan your theme, and what's the steps you go through from idea to actually drawing on the BUJO? I actually made a video about how I came up with the idea and how I designed the layout and eventually do the sketch on the journal and then do the final drawing. The steps really depend on what kind of BUJO I'm making. For example, when I make the one for my husband and the one I used to do without pop-up, it was relatively easy. I chose a theme or came up with the main idea. Then I try to draw out all the elements I want to put into this theme and also figure out the color scheme if it's not black and white. Then I use a separate notebook to draw all the sketches, which is something like this. So basically, I want to make sure the layout works before I move to the final look. And after all this, I sketch on the journal and then film the process of me finalizing it. I don't really have accurate time on how much time I spend on research and sketching because that just happened through the week or through the month whenever I have some time. But if you only count sketching and the filming part, together it's gonna be around 6 to 8 hours, I'll say. But of course, it's a pop-up bullet journal theme, then it's gonna take even longer because I need to spend time to research on the pop-up mechanic and come up with my own design. And most of the time, I'll also do it in a digital way, so I need to prepare the pop-up templates and print it out and try it on my journal for multiple times usually. Depends on how I structure the idea. It could take like 1 day or 2 day or 3 day, really depends. But of course, I wouldn't suggest you spend so much time on that if you're a student or who doesn't have much time. I'm doing that so I can have a unique design or fun stuff to share with you. So you can just do minimalism style if that works better for you. How do you film edit your video? What equipment software do you recommend? And did you have experience with it before you start the channel? So first of all, I'm not professional on filming at all. You probably saw some footage of me cannot focus well or the light balance is just not right. So yep, I never had any experience of filming before I started this channel. And all the things I'm gonna share with you next about filming, editing, and equipment stuff are just my personal experience, and I just hope they can be helpful for you. But of course, I think you can find more professional answers on the YouTube. So yeah. First, how do you film? So I use my iPhone 11 as the main camera to film from the top. And on the side, also have my camera, Sony Alpha 6300, I believe. It was an old camera I bought when I was in school for some school project. And that's actually the camera that is filming me right now. I still need to learn a lot about how to use the camera, but right now I pretty much just set it as auto setting for most of time shooting. But honestly, this is not necessary at all. If you want to start your own channel, just go with your phone. And these days, phone camera can pretty much do everything. After that, if you want better lighting or sound quality, you can get more equipment. For me, I got the ring light because I film in the afternoon most of the time and the light is not good enough. I also get a separate mic from Rode just for filming vlogs so I can have better sound. As for doing voiceover, I use a mic over here. If you can see this tiny one, it's from my husband. He used to have it for gaming purpose, but now he doesn't play game anymore, so that one's mine. And if you just use the mic come with your phone, that works fine too. It's based on my experience. Then for the editing part, I use Final Cut Pro because I have an iMac system. Actually, if you use iMac, you can just start with iMovie. That software is free and has a lot of basic editing function. For Windows, I know there's Windows Premiere, but that one needs monthly subscription, so maybe you can do more research on free software on that. Then for the thumbnail editing, I mainly use Photoshop. I've been using Photoshop for many years from school, so I just choose to go with that because I'm most comfortable with it. But I know there's some website these days you can just use the tool they offer and still make a really nice thumbnail. No matter what equipment or software you're using, it still needs a learning process, and I think I'm still learning as I'm filming more and editing more. So hope you found this information helpful if you're also starting your own channel. What are some of your favorite bullet journal supplies, favorite pens, and favorite bullet journal brand? So it's kind of hard to say a favorite because I'm still trying out a lot of different art supplies, different brush pen and different liner pens. But I do have a set that I think will be essential for me, and I use them a lot. And I filmed a video about it when I was 10K, so I'll leave the link in the corner in the description. You want to check it out. But right now, my favorite pen is this one. It's a fountain pen from LAMY and a ball pen from Zebra. These are my favorite to-go pen right now. And for notebook, I think it comes with a lot of personal opinion on it because I do a lot of drawing and I use a lot of watercolor. So I definitely have to go with 160 GSM paper. And also I like it to be semi-coated so the water doesn't go through that quickly. But if you're only using it for simple journaling and simple doodling, maybe that is not something you're looking for. So I can't really suggest a notebook for you, but I'll list the notebook reviews I did in the corner so you can take a look. What's your favorite theme you've ever done? That is a really hard question. Honestly, I like a lot of them I've done before, like the kitty ones and the bunny ones, which obviously are also popular based on the views. But right now, I think it's the one I just did, which is this sakura theme for April. I think part of the reason is because I'm a huge fan of pink and I really wanted to visit Japan since I graduated from high school many years ago, but I never got a chance to. So this thing brought me sakura, pink, warm spring vibe, so I really like it. And also because this is the theme, I first launched my own online shop with the sakura sticker sets. By the way, huge thank you to everyone who visited and supported my small business. I really appreciate it. And now we come to next question. When did you decide to open your own shop and what was it like starting your own business? It wasn't easy at all. So I'm a person who's fear about unknown things so much. So starting my own shop was something I had in mind a long time ago. But back then I wasn't confident enough. I wasn't sure if people gonna like my product, and also because I didn't have my own style back then. But since last December, I was thinking maybe I can do some BUJO Kit, but only for digital download. So for people who cannot draw well but also want to have the same design on my journal, they can just use the kit and make it work. So I did that for about 2-3 months. Then my husband said, if you're doing this digital download, why don't you just make real stickers and we can invest in a Cricut machine if you want. It was kind of a big purchase for me, so I hesitated a little bit, but eventually I decided to open my own online shop and move everything from Etsy to JUNNINSUNstudio.com. But of course I'll still maintain my Etsy shop, but mainly I'll be using my online shop from now. And because I decided to do some sticker for April and I didn't have enough time left at that point, I was kind of in a hurry, so I thought about filming a vlog about how I opened my own shop, but it just didn't happen and I barely made it. Now I'm adding more stickers into my shop, so I hope you like more stuff I'm gonna add in the future too. Okay guys, I think it's time to talk about the giveaway. Those gifts are carefully picked by me and I really hope you guys like it. The first one is watercolor set. I'm not going to open this one, but this is the brand I'm using right now. I have a 24 color set and this is 12, which is really good for beginners. And here is the foldable water bucket, paper tip, a travel brush pen, and a white gel pen. And the second one is a bullet journal from Notebook Therapy and a pencil case. This is the Sakura theme they just released last month and I really like them, so I hope whoever wins it can also like it too. And if you watch my 10K giveaway, you know I love giving the set called Make Your Life Easier. So the next set is stencils and washi tape. I have a set of this by myself, and I think this could be really helpful if you're new to bullet journal. So if you're interested in getting one of the gifts, click subscribe, thumb up, and then leave comments down below. Tell me which one you want, and also which theme is your favorite of all the bullet journal theme I've done in the past. There will be extra entry for friends who follow me on Instagram. Find the post on my Instagram account at JUNNINSUN and follow the instruction there, then you'll have extra chances to win. Again, at the end of this video, I want to say thank you to every single one of you from my 20K subscribers, technically 25K 745 subscribers. You guys are the best, and I'm so glad to have you here. And here's my heart for you. And I think we'll have more chances to do Q&A in the future, maybe 50 or 100K, I don't know, we'll see. Okay, thank you for watching until the end of this video, and I'll see you very soon in my next one. Bye!